How are we doing, friends and neighbors? Welcome to another edition of the Chronicles. Jedi Phoenix with you here once again. So, I did place an order with Crimson Dawn. 2 orders, actually. 2 different sabers. I have one of them here. The other one is on back order. I'll review that when it comes in. But this one I have for you is the Regent. I'll let you get a good look at that before I talk about it a little bit. I've actually seen the same hilt, or at least similar to it, on other websites under different names. But I went with the one on Crimson Dawn's website because it was on sale for about maybe $180, I think. It ended up being $180 including shipping. So, really like this hilt. First thing I'll point out is there is really nothing on the grip at all to get in the way of your hands. There's no boxes sticking out, no dials, no knobs, or anything like that. So, similar to the Solstice that I reviewed previously from Dark Wolf Sabers, very good for spinning. Okay, very, whether it's a one-hand grip or a two-hand grip, there is nothing to get in the way of your hands here. So this would be a great dueling saber. This one especially, I think, is a great dueling saber because the blade itself goes in about 3 or 4 inches into the hilt. So there's a little bit of security there with the blade. And there's 2 retention screws that hold it in place, not just one. So you really have to do a number on this to get the blade to fly out. Speaking of the emitter, this was one of the things that drew me to this. Just a little bit of flair. You know, nothing terribly gaudy about it, but just something to give it a little zing, if you will. And windows in the emitter. I'm a sucker for windows in the hilt. Give me a shot of the pommel. So I'm not going to cycle through, well, maybe I will go through the fonts. Maybe not. We'll see if I get in the mood to review them. But again, it's pretty much a similar soundboard. One thing I do like about this, it's a very small touch, but on the other sabers that I have, when you go power it on out of sleep mode, you hear this voice that just says power on or something like that. Crimson Dawn does theirs with style. Let's see if you can hear it. That little proton pack switch on sound effect from Ghostbusters. It was a little thing like that I just like. It really, it suits the saber, you know. But one thing I did notice as I was putting the saber through its paces, when you go to hold it up near the emitter for a choke point, the edges here, let's see if the camera can pick that up, they're not flat. There are these grooves in the emitter. And depending on how you're holding it, they don't cut into your skin, but the grooves will rub against your hand. So I find that as long as you don't keep your hand, okay, as long as you're not keeping your hand right on the emitter, as long as you just hang on to it, just below it, you should be all right. So, little pro tip there, if you're swinging this one around. But I will turn this on to show you. I figured, since this is kind of an all-black hilt, had a bit of a Sithy, dark Jedi look to it, so I went with a red color. Again, responsive with a smooth swing. There's how it looks with the windows. Turn the light off so we can see how bright this thing is. There's the flash. All right, let me get my light back on. So, this one doesn't have the dialogue when you hold down the button. Instead you get... it's a force effect. I don't know if you can hear that. Hold it to my mic, see if you can... Nope. Held it for 2 blinks instead of the 3. Let's just cycle through. I think this one seems to go through the colors faster than the Dark Wolf ones. Let's see if I can get to where I had it before. Alright, we'll work with that. 1, 2, 3. Alright. And of course the blade lock. So, let me see if I can go through if there's any different sound fonts on this from the other one.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Okay, so that's Vader's. We didn't have that on the Solstice, so again, classic startup, I mean. That's the Imperial Blasters, if you know your sound effects. What else we got on this thing?
Show me again the power of the darkness.
Okay, Kylo's. They even got that crackle from his energy blade. Let's see what else we got.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
The dialogue does come through really crisp, I gotta admit. Doesn't sound muffled or anything. But that, of course, would be Palpatine's. Very guttural, almost, when you swing it. Okay. And
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
Luke's from episode 6. Let's see what else we got.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Okay, Darth Maul. Okay. The one thing about the music is you gotta cycle through to get the mute, to shut the music off. It's not like you can just push the button once and the music shuts off. You gotta cycle through in order to get it to stay quiet. That other sound font that I locked into, of course, the Dark Saber. And what else we got?
It's over, Anakin! I have the high drop.
That would be young Obi-Wan. And I think that might be it.
I'm Cal Kestis.
Okay, we already... That, of course, from Jedi Fallen Order. Bit of a ricochet there. That's kind of cool. And... Okay. So I had this locked into Rays originally because I kind of like that hum effect in the background. Kind of fits. So, give you one more look at it while it's lit up. Again, very much recommended. Alright, it's, like I said, about 180 or so I paid for it with shipping. Not bad, not a budget buster. Just got to plan for it. So definitely look into this. If not Crimson Dawn, then maybe other sites. Shop around. But as far as the hilt itself, very much recommended. Alright. So that will do it for this edition of the Chronicles. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, whenever that may end up being. And until then, be good, be well, be safe, be happy.